Hello dear students, I hope you all are well. Today I'll explain chapter 7 from your book Math Site, and name of the chapter is Geometry. So let's start the chapter Geometry with a mind map. So under Geometry, the basic concepts are point, line segment and ray. Then there is a relationship between points and line that you will follow concurrent, collinear, non-collinear points, and the next topic will be plane. And next is angle. Under angle you will come to know about the vertex of an angle, exterior and interior part of an angle, then classification of angles. Next is types of lines, coplanar lines, parallel line, intersecting lines and perpendicular lines. Next is polygon, that will be triangle or quadrilateral. Last but not the least topic is circle. Then the parts of circle are circumference, radius, diameter, chord, interior and exterior part of the circle, then the semicircle. Now, before this you must know what is the need to understand the topic geometry. It means what are the motives of learning topics of geometry. So first see what are the objectives of teaching geometry. Geometry is extremely useful for engineers, architects, carpenter, artists. Even a painter is using geometry by different way. A machinist who is operating a machine, or even your teachers, your parents, home users, all are using geometry in direct or direct way in their lives. So let's see first how an artist use geometry. Today artists often use geometrical elements such as lines, angles, shapes to create a theme throughout their artwork. Also, artists started using these geometrical elements as a way to create the illusion of third dimension. Even architects use geometry. When they measure the angles of a building, they use geometry. Even the carpenters use geometry by different ways to be sure that walls are straight, cabinets are levels, and even furniture like table is built solid, or any other thing built solid. Carpenters use geometry. So you have seen the importance of geometry in our daily life. Now let's start the basic topics of geometry, that are point, line segment and ray. First talk about a point. A point is the smallest shape in the geometry. It does not have any fixed shape. It is denoted by like point M, any capital letter. You can write it as point A. Clear? Like nib of the point I am showing you that a nib of the point is a point A. Point M, any name you can show. It does not have any fixed length or shape. Now next is line. Line is a straight path of point that has no beginning or no end. So line can be drawn as, so this is the line. So here 2 points on the line are L and M. 2 points on the line are L and M. So how we can denote line? L, M are 2 points on the line. So making line over it and showing both side arrowhead. That is a symbol we used for line. So next is line segment. Line segment is a portion of line that has two endpoints that have definite endpoints. So here you can see AB is a line segment. It can be 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 9 centimeter, so on, and can be in meters too. So it has a fixed length, so it is called line segment. So here symbol used for line segment is point A and B, two definite endpoints. So that is line segment. So we can write it as AB, upside, both side we will show it by dots. So that means that is the line segment. Now next is ray. A ray is a portion of line which has one endpoint and extends endlessly in any of the direction, in any one direction. You can see here PQ is a ray, P that is a fixed endpoint, and Q from Q there is shown by arrowhead. So it's a ray, and the symbol we used for ray, that is, so here suppose A, B. A is a definite endpoint and B is any point on the ray. So it can be noted as A, B, A simple dot, upside of A you will draw fixed endpoint, and one arrowhead next you need to show it by arrowheads. So that is ray. Ray, it can go in any direction, but it has fixed endpoint. It can be vertical position, one side fixed, and horizontal position. It can be in any direction, but keep in mind one side fixed and other side shown by arrowhead. So next is, you can see example of line segment. So here is one book. So book sides of the books have fixed length. So you can say it has definite length, so it is a line segment. Ends of the book's corner side, you can see there is line segments. So there is only one line segments between two given points. So there are two given points, can only one line segment can be drawn which have fixed length. So here you can see bulb. The beams of light coming out of a bulb can be compared to rays. The beams of light coming out of a bulb can be compared to the rays. So next is a relationship between points and lines. Do you know how many lines can be drawn through a point X? Okay, so there are infinite number of lines can be passed through a point. Here the point X is given in the center. Infinite number of lines are passing through point X. So you can see what are concurrent lines. 3 or more lines in a plane are said to be concurrent if they all pass through a same point. So you can see here, so that is a point. Suppose I have given this point name O. So infinite lines can be passed through this point O. Infinite number of lines can be passed. So these lines are called concurrent lines. These are concurrent lines. So now see, same as concurrent line segments that are intersecting at point P. So see here, AB with the yellow color shown, AB is a line segment passing through point P. CD is a line segment which intersect AB at point P. Then next is EF, GH, IJ. All lines are shown with different color, so that all lines are passing through point P. So that lines have definite endpoint, fixed endpoints. So these are the line segments. So which lines have definite endpoints? That are line segment. So there are many line segments which passes through point P, and the center point P is same. So these are the concurrent line segments. Now next topic is collinear points. What are collinear points? Collinear points are that points that all lie in the same line, whether they are close together, far apart, or form a ray or a line segment or lines. You can see more example. So here point C, A and B, these 3 points, only one line drawn from this line. So you can see C, A and B, all these 3 points lie on a same line. So these are collinear points. You can see here point D is given, but line do not passes through it. So this is not a collinear point. Only C, A and B are collinear points here. Now So after collinear points, there is non-collinear points. You can see here a one line passes through PQ, but not from R. So here PR, through P and R one line passes, but Q is not lying on the same line. So these 3 points P, Q and R non-collinear here. Here these 3 points are non-collinear points because all these 3 points do not lie on a same line or line segment. So these are the non-collinear points. Now next concept is plane. A concept of plane is an abstract concept. So what is plane? A plane is a flat surface that goes on endlessly or extends indefinitely in all the directions. In all the direction. So you can take an example that the table surface suggests as a portion of a plane. Table surface, but we can extend its directions. Tables, we can extend table in all the direction. So you can see here that is a plane. It is shown by, so this is the plane. Even it we can increase. So suppose more points taken in the horizontal form. So that is also a plane. It can extend downwards also. So this is a plane. It goes endlessly or extends indefinitely in all the direction. Clear? So next topic is properties of plane. A plane is a collection of infinite number of points. So infinite number of points. So see here, number of points taken, infinite points taken here also, infinite points taken. So these points are joined, so that forms a plane. Even we can increase and decrease in all the directions. So even the plane contains an unlimited number of lines, line segments and rays. A plane contains an unlimited number of lines, line segments and rays. Thanks. Stay home, stay safe. Have a good